Like the way you operate. Maybe you'd do some more work for us.
Be more than glad to.
Till next time then, V. Corporate gods willing. Secure the area!
Time we were on our way, Canal. Holy shit, V. I wasn't sure we'd walk out in one piece.
Alright, fixed it. I have no idea.
Thanks, Jack. Solid as ever.
Hey, yeah, you too, but, hey, what's this about? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I want to make sure, you know? We're good together. I like how we do things.
I do too, V. I do too. Hey, let Dex know we got his toy for him. And then I say we hit the afterlife. You know, do some shots. Ahí luego, V.
How things looking, Mr. V?
Got the bot.
And how'd it go? Run into any trouble? And what about the Militech angle?
Sure, of course it was trouble. Royce couldn't have given two shits that you and Brick had shaken on him.
How'd you get him on board? You used the corpo woman?
Met with Stout, managed to strike a deal.
Well, well.
Gave me the chip with the scratch from Maelstrom. One thing Stout forgot to mention. Chip was carrying a virus.
Oldest corpo trick in the book. I assume Royce was less than understanding.
Virus attacked their systems, scorched a handful of Maelstromers. I took care of the rest.
You got some balls, Mr. V.
We're all set, ready to go. What now?
Now we do the job I hired you to do, grabbing that biochip. We'll talk about the rest at the afterlife. See you there.
Great. Be there in no time.
See you, Mr. V.
Oh, come on. One second. Yes, meme.
Hey, honey.
What's up?
Good talking. Just called you for something. That's what I was like. Everybody's fucking fast. Called you to ask you something. Don't get oh my god. Selfish. I don't know why I called them. Drive me nuts. Oh, okay. What should I do? I got you out here. Is there anything else we need for you for Monday?
No. Yes.
You know, you only weighed 342. You know that?
Yep.
You know that low.
Alright.
Everything you need those, paper stuff. Oh my god, what do you call them? Tuesday, that nice power tree or anything.
I have that on my phone.
You do? Okay. You might have to get, you might need that at the hospital. You will. That's what I think of.
Okay.
I didn't know for sure you would be there, buddy.
Yep.
Anything here or not, I don't know, buddy. Okay?
Alright.
Everything you need, should I be able to try to bring you?
Okay.
Wonder. Alright, I'll get you later.
Alright, love you. Bye.
que ya tengo planes para esta noche. Virgen Santísima, ma. Te vas a enterar mañana. Yo también te quiero, ma. Yeah, about time, Holmes.
What's new with Senora Wells?
You know, she's worried about me. Whatever. Can't help herself, you know? Checking to see if I'm not rotting in some dumpster, like most of the Wells boys. It's really starting to wear on me. More I tell her everything's okay, more I feel like I'm straight up lying. But that's done after tomorrow. Afterlife, here we come, baby. Yeah!
We're only here because Dex is pulling the strings. Doubt that puts us in the same league as them.
Oh, well, we are. They just don't know it yet. Ready to get your cherry popped? Yeah, come on! Place used to be a morgue. You believe that?
Who would have thunk?
I know, right? Way before our time, that. But proper burials were still a thing.
And who might you clowns be?
Name's V. This is Jackie Wells.
Oh. Is that supposed to sound familiar?
It will soon. We're here to see Dex.
Yo, Dex. Got two live ones saying they're here to see you. Yeah? All right, then. Says he needs a second or two. Go get yourselves drinks or something.
Way ahead of you, viejo. This is it. The heart of Night City. That's it right there. Beating. Hear it? Can you imagine? Susan Forrest, Boa Boa, maybe even Morgan Blackhand.
Looks like we're up.
Hey, you see that old lady there? That's Rogue. Best fixer in all of Night City.
Thought Dex was the best.
Rogue was lining up jobs when Dex was still shitting in diapers. Place belongs to her.
What can I get you?
I'm good, thanks.
For real? I'm celebrating. Come on. So me. Chingada madre. Fine. Have it your way. A tequila old-fashioned with a splash of cerveza and a chile garnish.
One Johnny Silverhand coming up.
Right on, chica.
Somebody did their homework.
Looks like the dog ate mine.
Age-old tradition. Drinks are named after our regulars.
Say I wanted a drink named after me. What would I have to do?
Snuff it. Mind-blowingly spectacular fashion. It ought to be best.
What a beautiful tradition.
Guess dying's a small price to pay for going down in history.
Gotta live like a legend first, though, huh? Death. It's nothing but the final flourish. Oh, and by the way, name's Jackie Wells. You want to write down my recipe?
Sure.
Shot of vodka on the rocks, lime juice, ginger beer. Oh, and most importantly, a splash of love.
Haha! I'll remember that. Heard you were Dex's latest finds.
Just biz, no big deal.
Mr. Dishon, see you now.
Break a leg.
Thanks. How'd you know?
My job,
This
you
way.
know. Look around. How do you think mercs earn their reps? Through gossip rivaling that of schoolgirls, that's how.
Damn, Holmes. You're huge. Work out? Same here. No, in the ring. You do some kind of exotic shit? Huh? Kempo? Ninjutsu? Think you could take me? Drop me?
In here.
Este pinche tipo.
That's right, Excelsior. Cold hard eddies, as per usual. Gotta bounce. Well, if it ain't Mr. V.
Whole family in one place. Ha! Finally!
First time in real space.
And the flathead?
Let's see this bad boy.
Hello? All right, then. Set your butts down comfy.
Sweet booth. You soundproof?
Jackie.
Now, Mr. Wells is right. We're gonna be going over some sensitive material. But if it's all right with y'all, I'd like to start with a question for Mr. V. Evelyn Parker, how'd you fare? Go on now, don't be shy.
Couldn't have gone better. In fact, she liked me so much, she made me another offer.
Another offer?
Kind where we ditch the middleman and split the pot in even 50-50.
What?
Ditch the middleman? Shit, now that's rich. Clients never learn, do they? I do appreciate you sharing this info, though, Mr. V. You see, trust is essential in any partnership that's to be long-lasting and fruitful.
Thought you'd be pissed that you'd lose it.
Lived in NC too long to blow my top every time some amateur thinks they can take me for a ride. Parker ain't the first, and sure as hell won't be the last.
How about we go over the plan? What you got for us, Dex?
This.
Well, here goes nothing.
Me and Dex have already covered the fine deets. Ops-wise, should be a stroll on the beach.
Elaborate. I want to hear it.
A Delamain will drop your asses at the front door of Konpeki Plaza. You'll stroll right in thanks to your false identities. Then, with Bug's help, you'll breach the hotel subnet.
Mine and the Flathead's help.
Last but not least, you slip into Yorinobu's penthouse and clep the relic.
Goes without saying, we do this on the hush. Ideally, no bodies. Not a one.
You'll have T-Bug on comms for the duration. Time for your burning questions.
These new identities. Tell us more. What's our cover?
I swear to God.
Hello, Ramon Victorino. And you're Harry Conwell.
Ramon? Yeah, okay. What do we say we're there for?
Biz as usual. Corpo arms deal. In case anyone asks, you there for a bogus meeting with Arasaka's defense rep, Hajime Taki. Anything else?
How do we get in the penthouse?
Yorinobu's got barely any muscle. Hardest part will be penthouse security. If we want to disable, we'll need to neutralize Konpeki's dweller. Elite runner monitoring the hotel's subnet 24/7. Only catch is there's no way to get in the dweller's den from the outside.
Now, hold on. How you want us to get inside a room you can't get into?
Trust me when I say whatever hit you think of, T-Bug solved it already.
This is where the Flathead comes in. You'll have to get him in the ventilation shaft, guide him to the dweller, and force the dweller to take a break. Flathead will stay there, jacked into the dweller. But thanks to that, I'll be able to roll out your red carpet into the penthouse.
Anything else?
Transport's a Delamain.
Primus Cab Company in All Night City. Nada mal.
Deshaun don't ever work with anyone but the best.
I consider Delamain just that.
Yeah, who needs creepy, nosy cab drivers when you've got a clean AI to get you from point A to B in style?
And how he bags a permit to operate every year is still a mystery.
If everything goes as planned, Delamain will drop you back here. If things get sticky, you head for the safe house.
Which is?
The no-tell motel. Quiet, no questions asked. Make our next move from there. But I'm flat certain that won't be necessary. Anything else?
Okay, feel brought up to speed.
Perfect.
I got a question. When do we get to the real reason we're all here?
Now's a good time as any. Fresh talent gets 30% always. But I'm willing to make an exception in your case. I'm gonna cut you a nice juicy 40 as a bonus for your honesty, V.
That's more like it, Dex.
Ka-ching, baby.
Last thing, Konpeki's got a strict no-iron policy. Security gates, the works. So you dogs will leave your lead spitters in the ride. Take the flathead inside in its case.
Got some deft suits, so you'll look the part too.
Chido.
Thanks, D.
So, not to count chickens, but why don't we see our Eddies?
All depends how Miss Parker avails herself of her role. But a week, 2 tops is my guess.
And what do we do while waiting? Sit around, suck air?
You sit tight, heads down, cause old Uncle Arasaka be watching. Now, as that old Greek dog says, life's a banquet, so don't go thirsty, but don't get drunk either. Your chariot awaits outside.
My cue to Delta 2. Gotta prep to jack in. Be there when you come on comms. Any other issues? Now's your chance.
Thanks for your help back at the scav haunt.
A few Reapers less in the city. Good thing.
City Hall should be fucking thanking us.
Plan. What's your take?
Enough, I hope, to put me in a luxury Cretan villa from which I'll never set foot in cyberspace again.
Promise to send me a postcard?
No offense, but I'm gonna burn any and all bridges. Need a clean break.
I'm good. No questions.
Let's get to work.
So you ready to get going or what?
Let's roll. No point in waiting.
In getting rich, you mean?
Wow.
Tonight, all has to do is aim and fire. It's simpler than I thought it could be. With enough practice, I bet I could use the sword and rod at the same time, no sweat. Their form may be human. Silhouette knights are just advanced tools. If there's some function we want them to have, don't you think we should change that form to create it?
Tell us over here. You sure you're a human? I mean, how do you come up with these ideas? I've never seen or heard of anything like them.
Because they don't exist. That's why I'm making them. It's called invention.
Let's get back on topic.
You said you had a pest problem, not Pokemon Fights IRL. Look at this. You got the spider from Skyrim here carrying off a schemer. No, find the place down. Find the place down.
Wow, this thing's taking so long to load.
This kitchen is the world's largest truck stop. Chefs lay out 350,000 meals a year. Iowa 80 covers over 150 football fields. It's one of the last major U.S. truck stops that independently owned and thriving. Truckers come from all over for movie theater, truck wash, chiropractor, dentist, and 900 parking spots for semis alone. It's impossible to find a place to park at truck stops. There's always space to park here. But most of America's mom and pop truck stops are gone, or barely hanging on. So this truck stop used to look like a station, a cafe, and a corner in Colorado. Last remaining one-stops from the early 1900s. It sits at the intersection of two of America's first cross-country highways, routes that once carried travelers through small towns like Polo. But when the interstate carved paths around Polo, the once constant flow of travelers disappeared. Now, a few people from the town are trying to sit, saying many, turning zero. So how did American truck stops go from this to this? As more professional drivers hit the road, why are truck stops so important? The Iowa 80 kitchen runs
When did your ex-wife realize you weren't the deadbeat she told everyone you were? My ex-wife tells everyone at our daughter's private school that I'm unemployed and dangerous, not exaggerating. She filed a false report with the school saying I have substance abuse issues, so they'd call her if I seemed unstable at pickup. Sydney's only 8, but comes home crying because her friends say her daddy is a loser who doesn't work. The divorce 3 years ago was brutal. I'll admit I wasn't perfect back then. I missed Sydney's 3rd birthday during a 27-hour surgery and fell asleep at her preschool graduation after being awake for 2 days straight, but I changed everything. I switched to night shifts at the trauma center so I'd never miss another moment, so my days are completely free for Sydney. My ex refuses to believe it. Every time
Well, it looks like I'm just going to end this because it is glitched. Fucking